Hello, sir. I'm sorry I had to bother you with this little technology on Zoom. It's the best I could actually do on such short notice. I'm at the end of my rope, and I'm currently still working out the overhaul for Gordon. At least, with Ted and in my concerns, you should be a little bit close to completion. And this is a little bit between you and me. Just professional business.
Grizzly, God, I actually caught you at a moment like this. I wanted to actually discuss some things with you. I understand, and that I may have actually caught you at a bad time with something like this, but I want to talk to you about it. Are you free to speak? It's just you and me with a little business proposal, or the limited or the express at least. I just wanted to discuss with you about this. I ended up actually getting the actual paperwork related to this idea of yours. Supposedly, we can, as a way to try her out. And I did some data checks. The goods work is exceptional. Shunting, excellent. And dealing with local trains is commendable. She's like doing all the jobs that a regular engine would, while also working like an express engine. It's quite interesting, to say the least. She's actually done a lot in the last few weeks that I've actually been here at the works. And not to mention, she's starting to make a name for herself. I've actually been reading up on that too. And it's quite commendable of her. I mean, it's a little different, but more and less, she's actually doing what any other engine could do. She was doing the jobs that is, and she's doing it out of her comfort zone. Quite interesting. And I'm actually quite surprised at this, especially from an express engine like her so far. By the way, did you actually know all about this of her before she was actually preserved by Tysty? I have heard of it a lot, and I was actually quite surprised when I saw her a few times. She was actually quite willing to do any job, especially when I was actually just a young executive of the other railway. But things have changed a lot, especially since then. And Evening's not afraid to get her own buffers dirty with the work that she has actually been given, especially with that. Well, I guess Toysley and you haven't told me exactly everything about Evening Star. I still got a lot to learn. And I definitely have a historian to tell me more about her career and history. Mainly because of you, Mr. Grizzly.
Well, it's important that we all preserve our history, especially if railway history actually comes involved with it, sir. But it's okay to actually make new history, new legacies, as long as we take the time to appreciate what came before it. It's how we understand where we are.
Well, I've actually been able to work this out, so I will be engaging with a bit of a meeting with them and a lot of work with them, at least soon, if they tell me when, at least. I'm just gonna call from the yardmaster, Barrel. He's saying that Evening was able to sort out the yards, and in record time, while Katie was doing something else. It was like she knew the layout at all, and was completed in record time as well.
Really? That seems rather interesting. And of course, very enlightening to hear more about that. That's what I first thought. But she's quite capable of doing other jobs than passages. Well, it is very promising. And I heard from the other engines, she's actually very polite and friendly, especially when she passed them by on the goods trains. I actually heard her talking with Victor when she was stopping at the works. I could see it from the window when she actually left. She seemed very friendly and polite. Aspects I assure you that you approve of on this railway?
Yes, That is something that I totally approve of from all of my engines, to have an attitude and the respect that they need to work on a railway and get along with the other engines, whether it be steam, diesel, or electric. I welcome any engine like that. And how's Gordon's overhaul going? I heard that you're almost getting him ready to go. Yes, I just need some more time. All the parts have been manufactured and fabricated to specifications to get him up and running again. And I would like to actually see him in operation. Mr. Wilson and I are just finished to work out getting a new boiler, and it was manufactured in Germany. It's better than what you get with smoke deflectors. Well, ain't that the truth? I was about to actually go over there, but since I'm on this Zoom thing, I want to talk to you about one thing in particular, if you would like to hear me out. I understand, sir. What is it that you wish to discuss with me? I bet it's something having to do with the other railway, or it has to do with Evening Star still on the railway. Well, after seeing her doing some local trains, both passengers and goods, as well as working in the yard, I have thought of something, and I've decided I want to actually try her on express services for the railway to see what she can actually be capable of doing. Not gonna lie with you on that, sir, but I'm thinking she'd probably be capable of one of the expresses. I might actually have a suggestion or something close to it. Might be thinking of having her take the Limited or the Wilder Western, if you're willing to approve of it. Well, there is one train I want to recommend her for. I want you to actually give me your opinion on it. What would you actually suggest for Evening's Express run to do with the Express on the main line, in your opinion? Well, what I could actually recommend is an express that could actually run between Lapland and Vickerstown with connections to the mainland, or possibly to Barrow. But it would be nice to actually see her in full action, like actually she was like back in the days on the Great Western Railway. So I would like to actually recommend her to be used on the Limited, between Lapland and Vickerstown with connections to the other railway. It's a bit of a stretch, but I know you're going to have some reservations about it, but at least hear me out on it. Yes, this can actually work. That does seem promising. I think it give us a chance to actually see her in action. I suppose I might actually go with your suggestion of this, Mr. Guesty. I'm about to go and talk with the volunteers and crew members about this, and I'll let you know what they'll actually say. And as for evening, I think this can actually work beneficial to our railway as well. I will talk to her about it too. Very good, sir. I'll be sure to keep you updated on Gordon's rebuild of the works. Good to know, Grizzly. Keep in touch with me. See you at the works soon. Same here, sir. Yes? Sorry to bother you, sir. The crew of Evening Star would actually be willing to talk to you about this idea of yours, at least. Really? They want to talk to me about it already? They've only been there for some amount of days, and yet they're already starting ready to begin negotiations or talks with me to have evening on the express. That's quite something. But what exactly did they actually want to mention about the evening and the express ordeal thing with
her at least.
I just had a chat with them. They're willing to actually meet with you about this and express their own ideas and interests to it.
Is that so? Now, tell me, what have they actually begun to mention some things to you about? Like, in terms of running the express or why it's involved with evening? Could you give me a bit of clarification on this whole thing that they've actually talked to you about, Adeline, new station master?
They are willing to meet you at their little base, which is the support coaches that they brought along with Evening Star when she was heading to the railway. They want to also give you tea, as well as also hear you out on this idea. Sort of a way for them to actually hear your opinion, as well as gain interest in what they want to do. I'm sure that this could actually be beneficial for you and the railway itself.
I am actually as intrigued to this little joint idea of theirs as well. I shall be discussing this with them immediately. Shall I actually be telling them you're coming, sir?
Please tell them immediately. I'll be on my way to see them straight away. This is a top priority assignment for them and I to work with, along with Gresty, since he's working on that from the works as well, with Gordon's recent rebuild as well.
Of course, sir. I'll tell them right away.
Excellent. And could you actually have them like shoot any ideas or find any rolling stock that could be suitable for like high speed running if it does come to the chance that Evening Star will be on the express at some point during her time here?
Will do, sir, right away.
Thank you, Station Master. It is very appreciative of you to keep in touch on everything else that I've actually been working with.